No sleeper seats, that's a mattress. No sleeper seats, that's a mattress. You ain't stingy, split.
Guys, Earthbound the Immortals here, back with what if Deku had the guardian spirit of light. Let's get right into it. Last we left off, it was the ball throw. So, Azawa throws the ball at Deku and says, "Throw this as far as you can, kid, using your quirk." As Deku looks at Azawa and says, "Are you sure?" Azawa saying, "Yeah, just go on, kid, go on." So Izuku steps in a circle, says the phrase, execute, spirit evolution, turns into Lobomon, holds the ball in his hand, and then yeets that shit. And as it's in the air, he holds his gauntlet and says, "Lobo Laser!" Shooting the ball even farther. Not piercing it, but shooting it farther. Getting over, let's just say 3,000 meters. Everybody is around there is like, the hell is that? Deku saying, "Well, he said use my quirk. I guess stay like this?" "Yes, stay like that." Okay, next up. So next up is Uraraka, which we all know she gets infinity. She just makes the ball float into space permanently. Next, we got Bakugo, you got 400, Ida, blah, 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 blah. Then we get to Mei Hatsume. Everybody's wondering, what is she up to? Where electricity just courses through her as the metal and all that on her boots start transferring up and up around her arms into robotic power gauntlets. Everybody's looking at her like, what? As she just grabs the ball in one hand and then throws it as far as she could, getting 1,000 meters. Now this is when Bakugo gets mad and says, "Hey, you freaking goggle chick! How the hell did you get a better score than me?" He charges in, explosions in hand. As Aizawa's about to do something and grab him, Deku just comes out of nowhere and says, "This is not even a move. Look, my punch!" And punches Bakugo right in his jaw. Now Bakugo is Bak. He didn't go. He went down, but he's not out. And he's like, "The hell?" And Deku's like, "Sit down, man. Shit, bro. You trying to be a hero and you over here attacking females? You want me to do you like I did you when you were a kid?" Picks him up right by his head and lifts him in the air. As Bakugo looks directly in his eyes and has a flashback of what happened. And Bakugo just says, "Okay, fine, fucking shitty nerd." As he just walks back into the crowd. Everybody's like, what? Okay, it looks like this year's gonna be drama. As I was shaking his head internally, this student of mine. Okay, so they start doing all the other tests. They do the 100-meter dash. He didn't do that good in that. Lobomon is speedy, but he's still not faster than like Ida. She's 2 seconds behind Ida. The side to sides, he crushed that. The strength test, he crushed that. And I mean literally, he crushed that. The long jump, he gets pretty far, but it's not like he cleared it. Well, then they finish the test. They see the person in last place is Mineta. And Aizawa just looks at him and says, "Well, kid, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna have to kick you out." Everybody looking at him shocked. Wait, what? You never said anything about that. I mean, yeah. What, you thought this was just for fun? I'm checking out your baselines. And if you don't meet the snuff, you shouldn't be a hero. Being a hero is dangerous. As Uraka chimes in saying, But we all worked so hard to get here. How are you just gonna kick him out like that?" Aizawa saying, "Well, do you think the world is fair? Do you think natural disasters are fair? Do you think villain attacks are fair? The world ain't fair." As he starts walking Mineta to the principal's office and says to the whole class, "Okay, everybody, go sit in your room for the rest of the class." So they do that. They're sitting around. They finish the day off. Then the next day, everybody's excited. They're all whispering, saying, "Oh my God, it's finally time. It's time. It's hero course." As All Might comes through the door, "I'm coming through the door like a normal person." As the door slides open and he slides in, like the whole like cha-cha slide, and Deku looks him dead in the eyes and says, "That's not normal." Isn't it? Deku's saying no. Oh. Well, shit. Well, I did it anyway, so. Then All Might saying, "Okay, everybody. Today, we're going to do something a little bit advanced for first years." As he bangs on his desk, like gently, and a bunch of suitcases just come off the wall. And he says, "You know what else? You know what makes a hero besides being heroic? The outfit. Now everybody go put on your hero outfit and meet me in City G." So they all put on their outfits. They go to City G, and everybody's looking at Deku. And they're like, "Dude, where's your hero costume?" Hold on a second. "Execute Spirit Evolution." Okay, there. Any better now? Little whiny babies. Actually, no. He doesn't do that. He has a Ronin style hero outfit. Like he has his wooden sword by his hip, a black cloak, and it's like traditional Japanese. So everybody's looking at him like, "Are you a samurai?" As Deku's saying, "Maybe." Let's get this class started. So All Might pulls out the box saying, "Okay, everybody, we're doing hero versus villain training. Now I'm gonna explain it. There's a bomb hidden in this building. One team will be the villains, one team will be the heroes. The villain team's main goal is to touch the bomb. The heroes, sorry, not that. New as a teacher. The hero's job is to touch the bomb. The villains is to stop the heroes from touching the bomb. Now the heroes can win in two different ways: touching the bomb or capturing all the villains. Now let's draw our lots." Everybody walks up, gets their teammate. Deku doesn't have a rocket this time. No. This is my what if. He has Mei Hatsume. Now, if everybody's wondering about her quirk, you'll hear it soon. Everybody should probably figure it out by now. It's not the same quirk as she has in canon. Just saying that. And yes, she did replace Mineta. Okay. Well, let's get our first team going. It's Izuku and Mei Hatsume versus Bakugo and Ida. As Deku just closes his eyes, holds his sword, and says to like Bakugo, "I'm gonna win." Bakugo yelling back, "Shitty nerd! Like hell, you're gonna." Okay, so Izuku and Mei are outside the building. They're talking, and Izuku's like, "So you ready for this?" And she says, "Oh, I was born ready for this." Deku's saying, "Oh, really? So, what's your quirk?" Mei says to him, that's a secret." As Izuku raises one eyebrow, gets closer to her, and says, "So, what's your quirk?" Mei just starts blushing, smacking him in the face, because Deku has been around girls during his training like a lot, so he's not really awkward around girls. He's quite the opposite. And he's rubbing his cheek saying, "Oh, come on, I was just joking." And she says, "I'm not, it's a secret." So the villain's time goes up. They walk into the building. Mei is running her hand on the wall while Zuko's just walking ahead, listening, watching. And she says the bomb is on the third floor and Ida's going nuts. I think he's cleaning. What? Secret. I'm gonna figure out one of these days. As she just like tilts her head to the side and smiles. "Oh yeah, Bakugo's coming this way." I can handle that. You think you can handle Ida? Speedy boy? Yeah, I got this. As she literally just makes her power fist, makes a small hole in the wall, and goes through and then fills it with her quick cement. And Deku's like, "What is her quirk?" No time to think about it now. He rushes forward and he sees Bakugo. Now Bakugo is literally just making explosions, going down the hall, running, yelling, and then he stops right in front of Deku. Deku holding his wooden sword, saying, "I can't let you pass, Bakugo." As Bakugo saying, "Shitty nerd, that's my line." Well, so what? As Deku charges in, like doing an arm strike, doing a strike on his arm. As Bakugo yells out in pain, as he backs away, saying, "Really? Really? What? I hit you with the back. It still hurts like hell." Well, shit. As Bakugo makes an explosion behind him, goes in the air, Deku does a horizontal slash, but Bakugo changes directions in the air and then explodes his back. And Deku's saying, fuck, shit. Dude, there's fire. So what? It's training. As both of them look at each other. Deku swings his sword, and Bakugo dodges again, hitting Deku in the back again. And Deku saying, "Is all you can do back shots?" "It's what I do best." Wow, you really are scum. As Bakugo saying, "What was that?" As Zuko she's the wooden sword, closes his eyes, stands still as Bakugo rushes forward. He tries to go for another back attack, but Deku does a quick draw. As you can see, a white horizontal line in the air, chopping Bakugo into his side, knocking him to the ground. But Deku doesn't stop. He sees Bakugo trying to get up. He grabs the hilt of the wooden sword and bashes it onto his forehead, knocking Bakugo back a couple feet. Bakugo getting up, rubbing his forehead as he says, "That hurt, shitty nerd." I didn't want to use this, but as he holds the pin on his gauntlet, and All Might saying, "Stop! Stop! You like Katsuki? You could kill him." And Bakugo saying, "Not if he dodges." As he pulls the pin in a gigantic fire explosion vortex, heads straight towards Izuku. As he has no choice, he pulls out his Digivice. He says, "Spirit evolution." Okay. And then he just takes the hit. He just stands there as the hit's coming towards him, and he just says, "This is gonna hurt." He takes the hit, flies into the wall. As you can see, an impression of his body on the wall. Look, like his arms to the side, his body drooping, as Bakugo going in to try to wrap the capture tape around him. As Izuku's eyes open wide, as he grabs Katsuki by the head and he slams him to the ground over and over and over again until he thinks that Katsuki's knocked out. So then he wraps the capture tape around, runs up, trying to find the bomb, and he sees Mei shooting sticky bombs at Ida, getting him into a little trap, and then touching the bomb. Hero Team wins! As they get back to the stand, everybody's saying, "Whoa, that was awesome. You just took that major attack like it was nothing." As Deku's brushing up his armor, de-digivolving. It hurt like hell. Coughing out a little bit of smoke. As All Might is over there scolding Bakugo. And then he's like, "Okay, who is the MVP in this fight?" Momo, being the smart little cookie she is, says, "Oh, I have to say it's Mei Hatsume. She stayed on mission. She was good at recon. She even repaired the wall that she busted down to get to like sneak around Bakugo." As All Might saying, as All Might thinking, I was gonna say that. So after that, all the other ones go as canon. Everybody else fights everybody else. So we're getting to, they're in class. Aizawa comes in saying, "Okay, everybody, this is going to be a very important process in your whole school life. This will make or break your class." Everybody's sweating. Everybody's releasing one drop of sweat as it hits the table. It's time to pick class representative. Everybody just falls over. And they're like, okay. So they start doing it. Everybody starts trying to vote for themselves. And then Mei is like, "Why don't we just vote on it? You know, this is a democracy." And everybody's like, yeah, let's vote on it. Everybody starts voting. And surprisingly, Ida is actually getting votes this time. Like, Ida gets top, so he's the president. And then Momo Yaoyorozu is the vice president. So they go to the cafeteria. They go to the cafeteria. They start eating, talking. They didn't notice the news reporters outside because they were shooed away early in the morning so the kids could get through. But afterwards, they came back. So now there's the alarm that goes off. Everybody's panicking, and Izuku and the rest start asking, what is this code for? Oh, it means there's been a breach in UA. So they all start running to the hallway trying to get out, and they get squished. So then Deku has the bright idea. Get it? Bright, light. And he says, execute, spirit evolution. And he just jumps up and runs on the wall, stands in front of everybody, hitting his hand against the wall really hard. Not enough to leave a crack, but enough to make the sound ring out through the hallway. And he says, hey, look out the window. It's just reporters. We're here to we're in a hero school, and you're all running like chickens. What is wrong with you? Get yourself together, getting organized, and then we move. This is not the hero way. As everyone starts looking, feeling ashamed, they're getting scolded by a first year about how to be a hero. So they get back to the class, and like Ida's like I think you're better suited to be the class president than me. As Zuko's talking to Ida, saying, I don't think so. You have the qualities of a leader. I have the qualities of, well, I would say a vanguard. If anything, I'm in the front lines, man. I just have common sense. You have a real leadership potential. As Ida's smiling from this, and out of nowhere, like Aizawa comes through the room and says, okay, everybody get home. And Zuko goes home, and his mom asks him, how was the day? He says, well, something weird did happen. Like somebody destroyed the door and let the news people inside the school. What? That's crazy, right? As Deku goes into his room, does his little sword practice that he does every day. And then the next day comes. Everybody is piling onto the bus because Aizawa, when he first came into the room, said, okay, everybody get in the bus. They didn't ask any questions, they just got in the bus. And everybody's like talking about their quirks, and then they hit Deku, and then they're like, okay, what is your quirk? And they're like, what do you mean? Dude, you literally turn into someone else. I mean, it's all okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know much about my quirk, and my doctors don't know much about my quirk. All they know is I turn into this dude named Lobamon. I get special powers, and I'm hella durable. I'm hella durable either way, but still. And then he looks at May and says, what's your powers? As she looks at everyone, and they're all looking at her, and she says, I'm a technopath. Whoa! You control technology? Yeah, I control technology. As Deku's Digivice starts ringing, Ophanimon voice coming through. Be careful. Beware. Villains are in the air. Be careful. Beware. The code is being corrupted. As Deku looks around, nobody else heard that. He's shocked. This is the first time the Digivice ever talked to him. And he just stays on guard. He holds his Digivice in his hand the whole time. And Aizawa was like, okay, kid, why are you holding your Digivice so hard? I don't know, but I have a bad feeling. As the bus stops and they all get out, and Aizawa says, this is the USJ. And Zuko's still holding his Digivice. Everybody in like number 13 is talking, or Rocka's fangirling about number 13. And all of a sudden, Kirishima says, wow, I didn't know there's going to be fake villains too. 13 says, there shouldn't be. This is rescue training. As the black portals start opening, villains are coming out all over the place. as Aizawa says, "Kids, get back!" But before he says that, execute spirit evolution. And Deku jumps over everyone. Everyone is shocked, even Aizawa, as he starts hitting the villains with the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Hitting them with the 1-2 combos. Everybody's getting it. They all getting to work. Shigaraki is scratching his neck saying, "Ugh, who is that guy? And why does he have the same power as the Nomu?" Now, Deku is still fighting Aizawa, jumping down and saying, "What am I gonna do with you, problem child?" As Izuku's saying, being kind of cheeky, "Fight with me?" Aizawa just bonks him on the head, saying, "Smart ass, smart ass." And Deku holds his head. "Come on, we're in the middle of a fight." As Aizawa starts using his scarf, Deku uses his scarf, and they start beating up on the villains. And Deku is literally yelling up to the stands, "Ida, get out of here! Go get help!" He fires a Lobo laser at the door, opening it up. And Ida, without hesitation, just listens and just runs. Runs as fast as he can. Even using his trump card reciprocal burst, just to try to get to the school in a little bit quicker. Well, this is it for this episode. Now don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, or I'll hit you with a donkey. I'm out.